date was it, and where were you when you got the phone call?
I can't even remember the exact date. Don't make me lie. I was in my kitchen cooking food. One of my brothers called me. He's Tyrone's cousin. And he called me and he was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm in the kitchen cooking for the girls. What's up?" He like, "Oh, sit down." I'm like, "Why I need to sit down? Like, what's wrong?" And he was just like, "We just got the call." He like, "Don't say nothing. Don't put it on social media." He like, "But Tyrone brain dead in Gainesville." I dropped my phone because at first I thought he was playing. I'm like, "Bro, why would you joke like that? Like, don't even play with me like that. Like, the fuck are you talking about?" And he like, "Man," he like, "I wouldn't play with you, bro." He like, "Him and Lulu." I'm like, "I already know he out of town. Like, but how the fuck he was just good and now you saying he brain dead?" And he was like, "Bro, we don't know the family on the way up there right now. We just got word. You know, he's on the Davis side, so he's like, we just got word. You know, his mom and them already been up there. They ain't called nobody and told nobody. So don't say nothing until we get up there. Well, till the family get up there, and we know what's going on for sure." And I kind of like broke down at that moment. I went to trying to call his phone and trying to call everybody I can think of who can verify what I was being told. And then I kind of went into a moment that I didn't want to talk to nobody, so I just kind of like tried to take myself out of social media for a moment. And that was me finding out that my friend was brain dead in Gainesville.
Got it. When you heard that he was brain dead, did you wonder how that to be? Like, was he dealing with health issues?
Hell no. The first thing came to my mind is something with this motherfucking girl. No lie, no joke, no. I'm not here to shame her or anybody. I know Dro loved her. But because someone loves you, it doesn't excuse the actions if something happens to them. So I immediately, I'm like, he with Lulu. Where Lulu at? Where she at? Where Kira? What she said happened? They like the family on the way up there. Ain't nobody talking right now. His mama don't want to tell nobody. They say the first story I got, he fell at the gas. He got out the car and fell at the gas station. So when they told me that, I'm like, okay, well, if he fell at the gas station, it's gonna be on camera. I'm pretty sure his mama want to go out there to see what's going on because maybe she already planning to sue the gas station. She don't want nobody else to know. So maybe that's why they said don't tell nobody. So I just stayed out of that. You let family handle family business. I didn't want to get in between that, so I didn't ask no more questions. That's just what I went with. He fell at the gas station. It wasn't until I got another call and it was like, "Man, Tyrone was found on the side of the road." I'm like, "How the fuck he found on the side of the road and he supposed to fail at a gas station?" So now I'm curious. Like, if something don't sound right. Somebody that threw my friend out of a car. Like, what happened? I don't know what happened. I still don't know what happened. All I know is he was on the side. Well, he wasn't on the side of the road. He was found in the middle of the road, which is crazy because I'm gonna jump out of a car moving 25 miles an hour in the middle of the highway. That would sound like to me. Like, why would my friend do that? This man just sent his homeboy to go get his car washed. Now I know this information. I didn't know this at the time, but thinking on it now, like, why would you have somebody washing your car if you plan on committing? If you that angry, unaliving yourself, why would you do that and be making plans to come back home to hang out in your car? Nothing about it makes sense. And I came on here tonight because I'm not trying to clear anybody. Anybody could be a suspect in Tyrone's situation. Anybody could have done something to him or been a part of what was going on. I don't know how much money was in his account. I wasn't asking those kind of questions. I don't really care about that. My only sentiment is I just want people to be truthful. When I brought Jay on my live the other night, and I'm going to be completely transparent here, because I know I'll be asked about this again. When I heard on Polo's live, somebody called me and was like, "Man, you need to go on Polo live." I don't pay attention to the blogs like that. I try not to tune in because like it keep reopening a wound that's there. It's like I got a cut, and every day I get on social media and I'm again to reopen that wound. So I don't pay attention to it. But when I got the call, it was like, "Man, you need to go on Polo live because he done figured something out." mind you, we already trying to figure out who is this close friend this girl talking about in these notes. So when I went on there and heard that it was Jay, instantly I went to 12. Jay is all of our friends, but he's more so one of Dro's friends. He's a friend of mine through Dro. I met him through Dro, through Tyrone. But the first thing that goes to my mind is what I know of Jay is, nigga, he's a freaky nigga. He's a freaky guy. He's one of those guys who gon', he gon' holler at the girl. So in my mind, Tyrone drive trucks, Lulu back and forth down here without Tyrone. That leaves a lot of open time for somebody to do something fucked up. So I was instantly ready to snap. I'm going to his house. I want to go holler at him face to face, man to man. I called Tyrone's cousin, and I'm like, listen, I'm upset. I just found out that Jay been messing with Lulu. He like, bro, think about that for a second. He like, look at Tyrone and look at Jay. He like, dude, that seemed like the kind of nigga who would even attract the same females. And I'm like, no, like, Tyrone ain't no regular nigga. Like, you gotta really be stepping this. If you're gonna cheat, you're gonna cheat with a man who can provide and protect you and do all these things more than the guy who you already dealing with. Ain't nobody trying to go sleep with somebody who's not gonna give me what I'm already getting where I'm at. So I went to thinking of it like that. I said, you know what? I'm gonna just call him instead of trying to pull up where I think he at right now, and I'm gonna ask him what's going on. When he got on the phone, he didn't give me information saying, hey, yes, his mom and them did reach out to me. Yes, I did go to Gainesville. As far as I know, and what I was told, only the family was allowed to go. Because had I known that they were taking friends up there and everybody could slide, I would have went up there to see my friend. I would have went up there to see my friend in the hospital. It wouldn't have been nothing that could stop me from going up there. But being that I was told that they didn't want anybody there yet, and that it was a chance that he might be okay, when I found out Jay was able to go, I was pissed off about that too. Like, damn, this nigga got to go up there and see my dog for the last time, and I didn't. Which I'm kind of happy I didn't, because I probably wouldn't have been able to take that like other people. I don't do well with death. Not with people I love. So I had no idea he had been to Gainesville. I had no idea that he had. I had already been trying to figure out why did Tyrone's truck, how did anybody get Tyrone's truck? Tyrone's truck was parked at his aunt's house. I thought that's where it was going to be at. So when it was time for the wake and everything, I'm like, dang, where the truck at? They like, well, his mom got the truck. I'm like, oh, she went and got the truck. They like, no, Jay gave it to her. Well, how did Jay get his truck? Oh, Jay was supposed to watch the truck and return it, but Jay didn't return it. Nobody still told me, hey, yeah, he rode to Gainesville with the family and he was there. So hearing all that information was a shock for me. So that information was revealed to me on live. It's like, dang, you just talked to me on the phone. I called everybody. Somebody could have told me, like, man, the man went up there. The man know more than what he's saying, or whatever the case may be. And then it would have been fair for me to ask him those questions. But I can't ask what I don't know. When I got on the phone with him, all he said is, man, I don't know what I did or why the family not talking to me. Neither the Jennings side or the Davis side talking to me. And I ain't did nothing to nobody. So here I am trying to defend that. Man, this drove friend too. Y'all, I want to, this man ain't killed this boy. Why they putting this in the blogs? But he may not have killed him, but I feel like at the end of the day, it was wrong for you not to call Big Ty. If not even Big Ty, you could have called Gabe. You could have called Darius. You could have called Kunda. You could have called Natalie. You could have texted anybody. You could have said anything like, man, hey, Tyrone's mama want his truck. We on the way to Gainesville. They saying that he's injured. Somebody need to check on him and find out what's going on, or at least call Renee. But I think he was in that moment of shockness and not wanting to upset Tyrone's mother, so he just went along with whatever was going on at the time. What I want to know is, how did anybody know that he had the truck? That means if Lulu didn't call Miss Renee and tell her, and the hospital called her, or if she didn't call him directly and tell him they wanted the truck, how did they even know to come get the truck from you? Of all the people they could have called to go to Gainesville, why did they pick you? Those are questions I want to ask him, but I don't know. I'm not here to blame anybody. I'm here to just get answers on what happened to my friend that we don't have. We don't know. We don't know. I don't know who to blame or who to trust or who to deal with. I don't know who Kiara dealt with or know, or who could have been in Gainesville with her, or it's been so many stories. I'm to the point where Lou, I just want her. Even if you don't say directly what happened in the incident, what led up to the incident? How y'all end up from a cabin to a hotel? Why was all this going on? Why didn't Joe just come home? If y'all was fighting that bad, why didn't he just come home? Why would he stay up there with you? Why would he go from one location to another location if it was that bad? I really don't know. It's a lot of unanswered questions. But I do know that I've had a lot of people from Jay's people reaching out to me, showing me pictures and stuff of him on Christmas, him in Tyrone's truck, you know, going to the movies and different things, trying to clear his name. And it's like, okay, that may clear him from, but I'm not saying nothing clears anybody. What I'm saying is, in my head, I don't feel like he directly inflicted any trauma to Tyrone to cause his death. Do I think he handled what happened afterwards poorly? 100%. But I'm not here to defend nobody when it comes to my friend. Anybody can get it. I don't have a relationship with Lulu. But what I do have is a kindred spirit. So when I deal with people, I deal with them on that level. The energy that you give me, what you put out to me, that's how I'm going to take you in. My initial time when I met Lulu, this had to be like 2020 and 2021. Me and Joe was at the Classics. I met her. She was a side bitch. She wasn't his old lady. I knew Alyssa as his old lady. So I didn't really get a vibe off of her like, let me hang out with her. This sis, you know, this bro old lady. I never got that. I never got a chance to do that. What I got from her was her energy was just like, she's very standoffish. Like, she gives me, she thinks she's better than, like, I'm around y'all. Yeah, y'all cool, but I don't get, I'm here and I'm, you know, a woman who loves a man, you can tell by the way she interacts with him, the energy she puts into him. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm listening.
Oh, yeah. You can tell by the different aspects of their relationship, like, man, she really crazy about that boy. She fucked up by him. You feel me? You gotta be careful because that's his girl. It always gave to me, like, when Joe left his baby mama, like, it gave to me, like, I'm here with you. I'm gonna make you what I want you to be. Like, I'm gonna make you the girl I want you to be. You're good. Like, he built cars, he built her. I don't get, like, she came into this already prepped up, already that girl. It's like you was a nobody. Like, you probably was popular amongst your peers, but Joe is like, in my city, he's one of those niggas. He might as well be a rapper. He's just one of those dudes. Everybody know. Oh, T2, his family, the whole Davis family. Big Ty, his mama. All of them have reputations in this city for being people who have nice things. They don't have a family who's coming out on Thanksgiving and everybody in their regular cars. Everybody's in Ferraris and Corvettes and Teslas, and that's just who they are. They're a loud family. And he's always been loud colors, designer wearing type of guy. So when she came into this, like, I gotta make her. Like, yeah, I bought her the stock model and she all right, but I'm finna turn her into that girl. And over these last 4.5 years, she's become that. And I get from her the way she, even if you watch their videos, you can overly see he overly loves her. But you can see she's tolerating him. She's dealing with him. Like, yeah, I love him, but I could get me a 6-figure dude at this point. I could get me an NBA star. I done got my body right, my mouth right. I got pretty teeth now. I'm stand-up-ish. My social media presence done went crazy thanks to my dude. Like, he drive trucks. He gone 3 weeks to a month out every month. He's home for a few days. In my mind, as soon as I heard something's wrong with him, it's like she done did something to my friend, her or somebody. I deal with crazy women every day. I just had to put a bitch in jail last weekend. Literally, at my house, you going to jail. I know she has that kind of attitude and temperament. Like, I could do something in the spur of the moment and not. All I'm thinking is She done bought that Glock. Bitch, she done did something to my friend. As soon as they told me, nobody hadn't told me yet that he fell at the gas station. They had only told me that he was brain dead in Gainesville. I didn't get that story until like a day later. As soon as I heard he was brain dead, the first thing that came to my mind is, I hope she ain't caught my dog tricking or something. And, truck drivers get around. Shit happens, So in my mind, it's like, I hope she ain't caught my dog up or something, and I hit my dog with something and I fucked him up here in the hospital. Never would I think for a million years he finna be dead, found in the middle of the street on the side of the road by himself. Please. I couldn't never imagine. I don't see nothing else happening to him. I can't. It's hard for me to believe that somebody else was involved because I know her temper and I know how quick things can go from a quick fight into, damn, I done did something and I got to deal with this. People panic different. In my mind, right now, they said, okay, she said she let him out and he was walking there first. Now she said he jumped out the truck. Okay, all these different stories, cool, whatever the case may be. But what in your mind would make you think the paramedics is going to get somebody? When you see the paramedics going that way, what would make you think in a million years, my dude who I just left on the side of the road, the paramedics going for him? I left him perfectly healthy and fine, and the paramedics is going for him. Let me go back down there and check on him now that I see the paramedics. That's a guilty conscience, man. You knew something was already wrong with him. Whether you dumped his body out in the middle of the road, whether he was getting out and you hit him with the car, whether you hit him with the front of that bitch, whether somebody did something before, a guilty conscience will eat you the fuck up. You know for a fact that when you seen those ambulance, you had to go back because he was already hurt. And what is it going to look like that you left him in the middle of the road and he was in the car with you? That's why them people said you came back and you was cold. You was still angry. You ain't give a fuck. You ain't care. Fuck him. You didn't think he was going to die. But you didn't give a fuck. You left my friend. She don't get to walk away from that. I don't give a damn. She don't get to walk away from that.